Today I'm going to talk about ending racial profiling and joining the Longhorn Justice League, which is an on-campus organization that I have made in order to combat racial profiling on our campus. Racial profiling is still a very real topic today and needs to be addressed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, the U.S. Constitution. This is the ideals that our country was based on. And through the years, although it has gotten better, racial profiling is still a very real topic. The resurgence of the KKK in the 1960s. Using history, I looked back on the KKK activity in the 1960s and revealed that racism of our past is not so distant after all. This historical setup allowed me to challenge the prevailing idea that we have corrected the wrongings of what characterized our country before civil war. Have we really? And if so, how far have we progressed past that? This is just one of many examples of a political cartoon I found that I think directly relates some of the biggest problems that we have right now when it comes to racial profiling. Police injustice against other races, and most specifically, the African American. Here's a graph that shows the traffic stops, vehicle searches, and arrests, and the correlations they have through the races. As you can see, traffic stops are a very routine thing, and most people get pulled over for them. However, what is alarming is when it comes to vehicle searches and arrests, the African American race leads by. In my research of racial injustice during this century, I have come across many cases of ordinary criminals being shot and killed for meaningless crimes. Stephon Clark is just one of many of those examples, and a very recent one at that. In my next slide, I will show you a disturbing video in which this family man, Stephon Clark, was shot and killed for committing a harm.
At this moment, Clark moves toward the officers. Then Clark drops to his hands and knees. They continue to fire.
This disturbing image is the autopsy of Stephon Clark. As you can see, shot him 6 times in the back after only one order to turn around and put his hands up. The officers thought that his cell phone was a handgun and therefore continued to shoot. Racial profiling is not only an issue that's talked about daily through national media or shown in cases like Stephon Clark and Trayvon Martin. However, racial profiling happens every single day in front of your eyes on campuses like UT throughout. My dream is a world without racial goggles, without racial stereotypes, where classmates from all different countries and all different backgrounds can be friends and acquaintances, making the UT campus. Join the Longhorn Justice League, a committee and organization that I've created here on UT's campus in order to combat racial profiling, not only here, but on campuses. You can make a difference on our campus in 3 major ways: being aware of your surroundings, speaking up if you see someone who you think is being subjugated against, and just smile. Be welcoming of people and other races around campus. That will make our campus an overall happier and more joyful campus, and one that people feel. To see the Longhorn Justice League in action and to view some of my work over the semester on these injustices. One last thought and point I have for you as a class is it is not only one race being subjugated against. Although my presentation talks a lot about the injustices that are brought against the African American race. Different races from all across the world every day are being subjugated against. And we need to fight for those races too, as well as the injustice against the African. Let's fight to end racial profiling and increase the quality of our university and our country. What starts here changes the world, they say. And what I think is that the future begins here and all other campuses across the country. We are the new generation. Let's speak up and make this world an overall better place, one we would want our kids to live in.